Please help me welcome Nina Gabianelli. Here I Am.
I dreamed has come to pass, 'cause you're right here, and you're all mine. I can't believe the years of holding back are through. I can finally share what's in my heart with you. Listen, listen. Listen to my heart, listen to it sing, listen to my voice, it wants to tell you everything. There's so much to say, I don't know where to start, but if you want to know the love I'm feeling, listen to my heart. All my life I've been on a road, going one way, toward one dream. The road would wind, and down it I would fall, always searching, never finding. But even in my darkest hour, I always knew that some way, somehow, the road would lead. And words can't express how my heart's filled with happiness. Listen to it, listen to my heart, listen to it sing, listen to my voice, it wants to tell you everything. Listen to my song and listen to it soar. I've waited all my life for this one moment. I'm not waiting anymore. Listen to my heart as it cries for all the years that it was lonely. Listen to my heart as it smiles to know that now, after so long, I can finally share my song, and you're here, and you're listening, you're listening. Listen to my voice, and it will tell you everything, all about the life that's just about to start. If you want to know how much I love you, listen to my heart. Listen to my heart. Listen to my Well, thank you all very much for being here this evening. I am obviously overwhelmed with all the wonderful faces that I'm seeing here this evening, and being able to play here at the Wheeler Opera House is truly, it is such a gift. And there is something special and magical about this, so we're going to have a wonderful and magical evening, I have no doubt. But in order for me to share with you really what is inside my heart, I need to tell you a little bit more about myself. And this genre of cabaret-style performance is something that I actually did quite a bit of when I lived in New York City. I had the opportunity to study at the Eugene O'Neill Center and produce several different shows while I was living there. But I want to back up just a little bit before that, because I have to explain to you how this theater bug kind of got into me. It started when I was about 13 years old. And 13-year-old Nina, let me paint you the picture, was 5'7" in the 5th grade, okay? And like most preteens and teenagers, I had the braces, and then I added glasses, and then I would dress it up by pulling my hair back really tight and wearing it in a bun on top of my head, with blazers and gauchos to school. And my school was actually listed in the preppy handbook, so my outfits were a little outside of the norm, let's say. In fact, there were times where I'd just wear my hair underneath a kerchief, kind of like Rhoda. You see, I never really wanted to be Mary Tyler Moore. I wanted to be Rhoda. So that's 13-year-old Nina. And my parents noticed that I was suffering from some low self-esteem, and so they enrolled me in a children's theater group, and I found my people. We were all wonderfully extraordinarily, wonderfully unique, wonderful people, and I found that I fit in for the first time, and I found a way that my singing and performing could make people laugh. And by making people laugh and sharing my voice with them, I was able to feel comfortable in my own skin and have the confidence to go out into the world. I've got 36 expressions, sweet as pie to tough as leather. And that's 6 expressions more than all them Barrymores put together. Instead of just kicking me, why don't they give me a lift? I think it's a plot, because they're scared that I got such a gift. I'm miffed, 'cause I'm the greatest star. I am by far. But no one knows it. Wait, they're gonna hear a voice, a silvery flute. They'll cheer each toot. Oh, she's amazing. When I expose it. Now can't you see to look at me that I'm a natural Camille? As Camille, I just feel I've so much to offer, kid. I know I'd be divine, because I'm a natural cougher. Some ain't got it, not a lump. Well, I'm a great big clump of talent. Laugh. They'll bend in half. Do you ever hear the one about the traveling salesman? 1,000 jokes. Stick around for my jokes. 1,000 faces. I reiterate, when you're gifted, then you're gifted. These are facts. I got no axe to grind. Hey, what are they? Blind. In all of the world so far, I'm the greatest star. Who is that kid with pizzazz? Who is all ginger and jazz? Who is as glamorous as? Who's an American beauty rose with an American beauty nose and 10 American beauty toes? Eyes on that target and wham! One shot, one gunshot, and bam! Hey world, here I am. I'm the greatest star. I am by far, but no one knows it. Well, that's why I was born. I'll blow my horn till someone blows it, and right up like a light. I'll flicker then flare up. All the world's gonna stare up. Looking down, you'll never see me. Try the sky, 'cause that'll be me. I can make 'em cry. I can make 'em sigh. Someday they'll clamor for my drama. Have you guessed yet? Who's the best yet? Well, if you ain't, I'll tell you one more time. You bet your last dime in all So I started singing that song when I was 13. And on the outside, it did look like I had everything pulled together and had the confidence, but on the inside, I was lonely and sad, and I still felt like I didn't fit in. So I made another decision at 13 years old. I'll say goodbye to love. There are no tomorrows for this heart of mine. Time and time again I've tried to find the love I'm looking for. Someone to believe in and to live for. Something I could live for. So I made my mind up, I must live my life alone. And though it's not the easy way, I guess I've always known I'd say goodbye to love. 13 years old, I'd say goodbye to love. I'd say gone, love is never gone. As we travel on, love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye and point me toward tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. Okay, so theater, singing, they were going to be my loves. And I performed all throughout high school. I went on to college, Boston Conservatory. I got a degree in musical theater. It's a thing. And straight off to New York City, where I worked quite a bit regionally. I did a national tour. I even did one off-Broadway show. Now, it was a backstage musical about a beauty pageant for large and lovely women. It was called Pretty Faces. I wasn't actually cast in the show because I wasn't large enough. I guess that's one thing to be grateful for. But I did get to go on one night. I was the understudy for the two leads, and in fact, the night that I went on, all of my friends came to the theater. It was an amazing night. I played the role that actually even won the beauty pageant. I mean, it was a dream come true. The whole evening was wonderfully magical, like tonight. But looking for work all the time in New York City, finding one show after another show and having to recreate, and the business of theater and just the living in New York City for me was a little too difficult. And although I was able to stay focused for many years, I began to find some distractions along the way. He said, "You've got to be what you want, if you want to be with me." I said, "Being with you is exactly where I want to be." He said, "Wanting to be with me is losing your identity." Oh, men, so I decided to try again. He said, "You need my respect, and independence might accomplish that." I said, "I'll pack and leave today. I'm really glad we had this chat." He said, "You're trying to injure me now, honey. That's not where it's at." Oh, men, but you can't guess what happened then. We made love. Oh, we made love. We made love. talked, and we talked, and talked, and fucked things up again. He said, I want you to stay with me, but let me have my time alone. I said, you really are the most confusing person that I've ever known. He said, the fact that you're confused is why you can't live on your own. He said, you've got to be what I want you to be, and then you'll grow into the girl you really are underneath the one we know. I said, this has been fascinating. Thanks a lot. I think I'll go. Amen. Amen. Can you believe what happened then? We made love. Made love. We made love again. And he said, please don't go. And I left. Amen. So I began to spend a little more time in the piano bars. In fact, you could probably say the 90s for me, every day had a 2-drink minimum. My distractions had begun to change from men to booze. Mama told me, booze will keep you happy till you're 6 feet under grass. And though I've toasted mine heaven since I was 6 or 7, my happiness has never come to pass. When I feel I'm hot to trot, Ma's advice goes down real nice, but it just don't hit the spot. No, there's one drink they can't sell me, the bitch. Forgot to tell me, a man doesn't come in a glass. What good is whiskey? I've been through the best in the bar, but whiskey ain't got whiskers wrapped around a cigar. Pour me a face black with bristle. Watch me wet my whistle. Just to pour me a man. And what good is scotch, whether it's with or without the old twist? Scotch ain't got a watch around its hairy left wrist. Pour me a bulging bicep bastard and watch me get plastered. Just pour me a man. Now liquor, they say, is quicker, they say. But what I want's even quicker, and it's thicker. What good is beer? I've had enough to fill Niagara Falls. But beer ain't got 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs under a pair of overalls. Pour me a mug with a head on top. I'll chug him drop by drop and make him last as long as I can. Pour me a face, pockmarked and pit-faced. I'll still end up shit-faced, but pour me a straight up, better make it a stiff one. Pour me a double, nothing but trouble, man. And I was able to keep focused for a little while longer. But my focus started to turn to drinking. And I wasn't able to see my dreams or follow through on my passions. That 13-year-old girl was drowning in a bottle of vodka. I need a drink don't wanna think. I drink too much, but who's to say what's right or wrong? I guess you think you see. You're telling me that I don't know when it's past the point of feeling good. I run around and fight. I just can't get satisfied tonight. Now there's the phone. I hear the sound. I needed to talk, but it's too late for talking now. I guess I'll go alone. I feel a glow. Is a friend. What I need is someone. What I really need is just one more drink tonight. So I packed up my life and I moved to Sausalito, California. Friends of mine tell me that one of the saddest things was when I gave away all of my music and books, anything that had connected me to that 13-year-old girl's dream. But as the saying goes, there I was. Nothing much changed. My drinking progressed. I'd taken a job at the Chart House in Sausalito. I figured life as a restaurant manager was more stable and secure, and it certainly enabled me drinking. So this leads me up to the night of June 16th, 2001. Having left Sausalito, I came to Aspen with the Chart House, and I drank, and I worked in this town for only about a year and a half. That night, I was driving home, and I saw the red and blue flashing lights in my rearview mirror. I was about 6 months shy of my 40th birthday, and I was about to be arrested for driving under the influence. I'm not a criminal. I can't go to jail. And that was not part of the plan. These are the thoughts that were spinning through my head as I pulled my car over to the side of the road. And when the officer asked me to get out of the car, I knew I was done. He asked me to recite the alphabet. I couldn't do it without singing. The officer wasn't amused. But on June 27th, 2001, I took my last drink of alcohol. And there was a glimmer of hope for the first time in decades. There's been a change in me, a kind of moving on. Though what I used to be, I still depend upon. For now I realize that good can come from bad. That may not make me wise, but oh, it makes me glad. And I never thought I'd leave behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind. For now I love the world I see. No change of heart, a change in me. Dark despair, I slowly understood my perfect world out there had disappeared for good. But in its place I feel a truer life begin, and it's so good and real, it must come from within. And I never thought I'd leave behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind. I'm who and where I want to be. No change of heart, a change in me. Change of heart, a change in me. Now, giving up the booze and living life sober doesn't mean that everything is all rosy and perfect all the time. Life on life's terms means that there are days when I am sad. There are days when I am lonely. But by not drinking and staying sober, I'm able to tackle things better because I know I'm not alone. In fact, I have been battling with my weight for my entire life, and I'm not going to tell you how many years that is. And I finally, last year, sought out some help. And you know, it takes great courage to ask for help. And I have found that if you reach out your hand and you ask for help, help is there. Lord, won't you help me? It's that time of year. Winter has come and gone, and summer is here. In this season of flesh, won't you show that you care? Oh Lord, won't you heed this dieter's prayer? Teach me tonight to love cottage cheese, grapefruits and celery. And Lord, if you please, make me believe that tofu is a food and not something you just made up when you were in a bad mood. Lord, won't you help me? Just show that you care. Oh master's prayer. Make me believe that ice cream's just awful, that the devil is hiding inside every waffle, that mayonnaise is nothing but a terrorist plot, that broccoli is good for you and chocolate is not. Keep me away from that refrigerator door when life is a triumph and love is a bore. And save me from nachos and tacos and chips, for what goes in my mouth always lands on my hips. Pizza! Pasta, oh God, popcorn. Pork, get thee behind me, oh knife and oh fork. Chicken, fried steak from the deepest of South. Oh Lord, if you love me, won't you please shut my mouth? Lord, can you hear me? Honk if you're there. Oh Lord, won't you heed? You know I need. Lord, won't you heed? This dieter's prayer. You know, sometimes I wonder if things had been different, if my life would have looked differently.
I won't mind sitting by your cradle, singing to you softly far into the night. I won't mind playing peekaboo for hours to see that look of wonder and delight. Soon they'll be asking, where is baby's nose? Where is baby's shoe? Where is baby's hat? Clever little boy, they'll say, Nina taught him that. I won't mind reading you a story, quacking like a duck, chirping like a bird. I won't mind when you ask me to repeat it till you can say it with me, knowing every word. You needn't worry if there's jelly on your face, chocolate on your hands, porridge on my skirt. Run to me and I'll be there to hold you when you hurt. They'll say Auntie Nina can't say no. They'll say Auntie Nina's spoiling you. They'll say Auntie Nina's wrapped around your finger. And I'll say yes, it's true. I won't mind knowing that your mother showers you with kisses, bakes your favorite bread. I won't mind when I see your father lift you and swing you to his shoulders high above my head. They may be busy, I can take you skating, I can take you sledding, flying down the hill. If they won't build a snowman, Auntie Nina will. They'll say Auntie Nina holds too tight. They'll say Auntie Nina won't let go. They'll say Auntie Nina's really not your aunt anyway. And you'll say, no, it isn't so. In my dreams, I will keep a secret, foolish little secret, hidden from the rest. In my dreams, you're my own, my very own, and I blanket you in love as I hold you to my breast. Nina, he's not yours. Nina, in his life, your part is very small. But if one day a toy should break, or maybe playing patty cake, you call me Mama. My mistake. I won't mind at all.
Did you give a little kid's laugh? Yeah. Damn, I gotta pay them extra. That was good. Oh my goodness. I actually believe everything happens exactly as it's supposed to. Everything has led me to exactly where I am today, here with you at the Wheeler Opera House, living in Aspen, Colorado, and having the most amazing career, life, family. I thank Thunder River Theater Company for helping to launch this Diva Cabaret series and allowing me to create one of my first shows in almost 2 decades. So it's been such a pleasure. And there have been so many other opportunities that I've had in this valley, things that I probably wouldn't have been able to do had I stayed in New York City. So I am very grateful and very confident that everything works out the way it's supposed to. From working with Theater Aspen, working with Aspen Community Theater, the Glenwood Vaudeville, there are so many opportunities here in this valley. And in the fall of 2003, I got a phone call from my friend Pat Holleran, and he offered me the title role in Maine. And that had always been one of my favorites, and it is an experience that will live with me forever.
Where's that boy with the bugle? My little love, who was always my big romance. Where's that boy with the bugle? And why did I ever buy him those damn long pants? Did he need a stronger hand? Did he need a lighter touch? Was I soft or was I tough? Did I give enough? Did I give too much? At the moment when he needed me, did I ever turn away? Would I be there when he calls if he walked into my life today? Were his days a little dull? Were his nights a little wild? Did I overstate my plan? Did I stress the man and forget the child? And there must have been a million things that my heart forgot to say. Would I think of one or two if he walked into my life today? Should I blame the times I pampered him, or blame the times I bossed him? What a shame, I never really found the boy before I lost him. Were the years a little fast? Was his world a little free? Was there too much of a crowd, all too lush and loud, and not enough of me? Though I'll ask myself my whole life long, what went wrong along the way? But I make the same mistakes if you walked into my life today. If that boy with the bugle walked into my life today. One of the best parts about cabaret is you get to pick the songs you like to sing. I was 17 years old when I saw my first New York City Broadway musical. My parents had brought me in the summer of 1979, and the show that we chose to see was Sweeney Todd. Angela Lansbury, sensing a theme, Len Cariou, and it was at the Uris Theater, as it was called, and the set was enormous. The theater is enormous. The music, the sound, everything about it was enormous and overwhelming. I had a solo seat down in the orchestra, and when I stood up in intermission, my whole right leg had gone to sleep and I hadn't even noticed it. I was gone. That was it. That was a role I wanted to play. And about a year and a half ago, John Yoss gave me a call, and down at the Glenwood Vaudeville, we did a wonderful production of Sweeney Todd, and another one of my dream roles came true. Wait, what's your rush, what's your hurry? You gave me such a fright, I thought you was a ghost. Off a minute, can't you sit? Sit you down, sit. All I meant is that I haven't seen a customer for weeks. Did you come here from a pie, sir? Do forgive me if me head's a little vague. Ugh, what was that? What, you think we have the plague? From the way that people keep avoiding, no you don't. Ha! Heaven knows I try, sir. But there's no one comes in even to an ale. All right you are, so would you like a drop of ale? Mind you, I can hardly blame them. These are probably the worst pies in London. Oh no, why nobody cares to take them? I should know, I'll bake them, but good, no. The worst pies in London. Even that's polite, the worst pies in London. If you doubt it, take a bite. Is that just disgusting? You'll have to concede it. It's nothing but crust in here. Drink this, you'll need it. The worst pies in London. It's no wonder with the price of meat what it is when you get it. Never thought I'd live to see the day. Men'd think it was a treat finding poor animals what are rotten in the street. Mrs. Mooney has a pie shop. Does a business, though I noticed something weird. Lately all her neighbors' cats have disappeared. Have to hand it to her. What's I call? Enterprise. Popping pussies into pies. Wouldn't do in my shop. Just the thought of it's enough to make you sick. And I'm telling you, them pussycats is quick. No denying times is hard, sir. Even harder than the worst pies in London. Only lard and nothing more, is that just revolting? Or greasy and gritty? It looks like it's molting and tastes like, well, pity. A woman alone with limited wind and the worst pies in London. Oh, sir, times is hard. Times is hard. is plenty to lose, plenty to fear. Let's make a deal. I will be here, waiting with you, trusting what's true, stumbling blind, but knowing we'll find everything. Everything in its time. 17 years, 29 days ago, I took my last drink, and today I stand in front of you an advocate for recovery. I've got just about everything I need to make this life I lead an enjoyable thing. I got robins and rosies, bluebirds and posies, all kinds of flowers that bloom, all kinds of birds that sing. I've got just about everything I want to make this earth I walk a miraculous place. I've got fresh air and sunshine, mountains and May wine, and what is really a boon, I love the human race when I say just about everything. I mean, I must admit, one thing I need is missing. With or without it, I'm not complaining, I still got what I got. But you could better my lot with some of your hugging and kissing, that's what is missing. Just say those words that I long to hear you say, and then my heart will be complete and full to the top. And I'll share all my treasures, my riches and pleasures, making the two of us one. That's all that needs to be done. Just say you'll be my one and only one. And I can say I've got everything I need. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. By being here this evening, you have made one of my big dreams come true. Well, I'm going to keep dreaming. I'm not done, that's for sure. But I do need to thank a number of people this evening, especially Jenna Bueller and the staff here at the Wheeler Opera House for creating this Sunset Sessions, which offers us a great opportunity to use this beautiful space. How about we just call it the lobby? You got the Wheeler, you got the lobby, right? I'll text it, okay? And Chris Miller, thank you so much for the wonderful sound this evening. And Chad, I don't know Chad's last name, I'm so sorry, but the beautiful lights that are set up here to make me look ever so fetching. A little red, a little blue. But ladies and gentlemen, there's one person here on this stage with me tonight that I can't do any of this without, and that is the incomparable David Dyer. I could go on just as I am year after year, but with this one thing more, I know I'll reach the divine. That's to have you and hold you. Now that I've told you, please make a positive sign, saying that you'll be mine and we'll have everything. Oh, how my heart will sing, and I can say I've got everything I need. Well, what do you know? Well, what do you know? In front of me now is an open door. I'm moving ahead, not sure of the way, and yet there's a light that I'm headed for. And if someone had told me all those years ago that I could take the trip I'm taking now, I would have said, you're crazy, I am better off right here.
But here I am amazed to find that I can turn and walk right through that door. And what is more, I wouldn't go back. I couldn't go back. As strange as I feel, I simply couldn't go back. I'll never go back where I was before. Well, what do you know? Well, what do you know? Well, what do you know? The universe shakes, the firmament spins, the sky is above, the ground is below. I'm feeling the universe crumble and shake. I'm not even sure where I'm headed at all. I'm hitting a pace, I'm out into time. I'm flying through space, I'm flying through time. If someone told me even just a week ago that I could take the trip I'm taking now, I would have said impossible, not in a million years. But here I am amazed to find I'm here because of all I was before. And what is more, I wouldn't go back. I couldn't go back. For once and for all, I simply wouldn't go back. I'll never go back, never go back, not to where I was before. Hey world, here I am. What? An encore? Did I hear someone scream encore? Okay. But just because you begged. When it all comes true, just the way you planned, it's funny, but the bells don't ring. It's a quiet thing when you hold the world in your trembling hand. You'd think you'd hear a choir sing. It's a quiet thing. There are no exploding fireworks. Where's the roaring of the crowds? Maybe it's the strange new atmosphere way up here among the clouds. But I don't hear the drums, I don't hear the band. The sounds, I'm told, such moments bring. Happiness comes in on tiptoe. Well, what do you know? It's a quiet thing. A very quiet thing. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Tell your friends, come back on Sunday. Let's do it again. Thank you all very much.